you over, you just can't breathe. Do you feel your bones start to shake? Do you feel the earthquake? Do you feel your bones start to shake? Do you feel the earthquake? Do you feel your bones start to shake? Do you feel the earthquake? Do you feel your bones start to shake? Do you feel the earthquake? you over, you just can't breathe.
Hello everyone, and welcome back for another stream. I hope everything is going right there. It looks a bit funny in my output window. I don't know if it's lagging or not. Well, we'll see how it goes. Hopefully you can all see it all right there. Oh, what's up there in chat there? No, I haven't seen a Discord message. Was it just posted in the last couple of minutes, was it? I'll check it when we'll have we'll go after the stream anyway. Is it looking all right now though? It's relatively smooth. I think this game might have because I don't think it's very well optimized. I think it's probably taken up more resources than it should. But anyway, I suppose we'll get started. As it's Sunday, this is like our like very relaxed, shall we say, stream. So this is very similar to the previous Sundays when we've done our walking simulators and such. This is the Orville interactive fan experience. It's in a very similar vein to a Next Generation that had the Enterprise D that you could walk around. Unfortunately, Paramount stopped the fans from making any more progress on that. They shafted the rest of us by taking that away. But this one must have obviously got the green light because it's on Steam. It's a free game. I had a little go over for about 20 minutes, about 2 weeks ago. And we'll have a little bit of explore of the ship. As I say, it's just like a nice sort of like relaxed look around the Orville. I haven't actually seen season 2. I only watched season 1. I don't know if you guys have watched it at all. Hi Chrissy and Royalty, just seeing that you've popped up in the chat there as well. You've been checking on those knitting patterns that Creeper sent you. Right, I'll put the game audio on now because there's not too much like audio. I've put the audio for this one up as well, like we did with the other games. But you'll just have to let me know if it is too loud or too quiet, and I'll make adjustments as usual. But this, I don't like. Well, I can't. It's been that long since I watched season 1. I can't quite remember what the names of any of the characters or anything like that are. But this, I'm assuming, is the mess hall where we've materialised. As at the sewing club, Chrissy, you got to be to bed early for them. Here we go. So we're just going to have a little rummage around the rooms. There is a bit where we can take a shuttlecraft and fly around outside. But we'll have a little rummage around here. What's that? Press F to pick up. So these are like replicators, like what you had in, Next Generation. Oh, and then through to a bedroom. It's a really awesome amount of detail that they've put into this. I don't have an actual like map of everywhere where we can possibly go, but we'll keep rummaging around. There is different like consoles dotted around that we can interact with. Somewhere there's a weapons locker as well, so we can start shooting up the place when it gets towards the end. It looks awesome though. Have a little look up here. I say a couple of weeks ago I had a little rummage around. Ooh. Oh, for a second there I thought there was very, very low pixel count on that one there. So, conference room of some description. Can we actually sit in these chairs, can we? There is like a character customizer of sorts on this as well, if I remember from when I had a brief look at it. One thing as well, we may have to... we can't open this one. We may have to restart this game a couple of times because there is like a lot of glitches in it. What's this? Oh, this is the weapons room, isn't it? Come on, open. There we go. I haven't actually checked the reviews on this creeper. There we go, we've got a gun. But I imagine there won't be as brilliant in reviews as what we had for Walking Simulator a couple of weeks ago. And the question is now, how do we put this gun down? Oh no. We're going to have to restart the game in a minute. Because I could not find a control to get us out of third person last time. So we'll have a little walk around, we'll shoot up the place, and then we'll actually start interacting with the consoles. So here's the bridge. Start firing my guns up here, you get the red alert. Some interesting ragdolling there. Of course, he doesn't seem concerned, does he? Never went down. And they're gone. I have no idea how to get out of third person, so we are actually now going to have to briefly quit the game. It seems to be the only way I've found to be able to get in and out of third person, because I've accidentally clicked that button. So, yeah, we don't want to launch it with the other one. We'll try that again. But before we get anywhere, we'll have a look at the edit character screen, and then we'll continue actually having a proper walk around the Orville. So here is the well, the basic model. Now I can't remember the various characters from the show because it's so long since I've watched it. But we can flick through these and we can edit them as well. Change their uniforms and such. What colour shall we make them? There we go, green like an Orion slave girl from Star Trek. How do we apply this? Hair colour? I'm not sure what that's altering. I'm not seeing any adjustment on the character. Yep, Craig, Chris, I completely agree that Walking Simulator is definitely for Game of the Year. Except for the 80s shoulders look there. Anyway, we'll save and exit that, and we will go back to the game and actually properly explore. And whenever we do, do not accidentally nudge the middle mouse button, because that's what puts us into the third person view. That as much as I went through all of the controls, I could not get out of that view when I gave this a test a couple of weeks ago. So we'll continue our little rummage around the ship. So here's the brig. More brig cells. Still a brig. And coming soon, because I assume that the people who are making this have, you know, are going to add like more detail and probably flesh out the entire ship at some stage or other. Let's see the lift. thing is most of these decks look the same. Jeff, let us know how you guys are all doing. Have you actually watched the show? I say I haven't seen season 2. This looks like a holodeck of some sort, doesn't it? Can we activate it? No, it doesn't look like it, does it? Oh, let's continue on. We'll try and see if we can like make our way back up towards the bridge. That's what we got here. Coming soon. I'm guessing all these, yeah, all these rooms down this particular corridor have all got the red dot on them, haven't they, for coming soon. So let's carry on through here. Here we are. There's something different. That looks like it goes on a kind of way. A big spiral staircase. What's that? Oh, yeah, I haven't watched this one, Royalty. It was alright. I'm not really a fan of, you know, the guy who makes it. He's just got like this plastic face all the time, hasn't he? There's a smug look on his face. I can't think what his name is now. We've got through here. I'm assuming this is the engine bay of some sort. Cargo room. Can we break something in here? Oh, yeah. Hope that wasn't valuable. Oh, I forgot we changed our skin colour to green, didn't we? We can just see that. I'm not sure we can manipulate anything on these consoles. I'm assuming this is the engine bay. I'm not sure what like what MacGuffin they use on the Orville for, you know, like for their sort of signs. You know, if this was Star Trek, of course it would be the warp cores and matter and antimatter. Here we go. Doesn't look like there's anything on this floor. Well, we will investigate that during our tests, Creeper. We'll definitely see if we can if we can achieve escape velocity like we could in the True Walking Simulator that we played the other week. So there's nothing on this floor. Let's go up another one. No, all these doors look blank again. There's only one more floor to go up. Where is that? Or does it keep going? Nope, this floor's all locked doors again. Is it just spawning in more floors as we go higher? So we're here. It looks like there's 2 more floors to go up. Right, so I'll make a note of that. Nope, there's definitely only 1 more floor. Oh, and there's something to do on this floor as well. Let's see what's down this corridor. Does it say anything here? Right, main stairwell, that's where we must be now. That corridor looks longer. Let's run down here. So what have we got? Somebody's quarters. This must be characters from the show. I cannot remember any of their names. Oh, I do remember this sort of like character from the show. Kind of reminds me of like the theory of sort of like Odo from Deep Space Nine, because he's a shapeshifter, whereas he's like kind of like a blob from oh, what was that animated film called? Monsters vs Aliens, the one that has the amazing 3D intro. If you get to watch that in like 3D at the cinema, I would recommend it. Okay, who's the wino? Uh-oh. Let's just see how much damage we can cause. You know you want the whole shelf to fall out. That I really held in here. Oh well. So it's just like an officer's lounge. Actually, we should check the label on the door before we come in. So, somebody's restaurant. I'm not quite sure how to pronounce that one. I'm assuming that you can all see all this alright, and that the game audio is coming up through alright as well. In addition, like to my own. Just let me know if it's not like the right sort of balance, and I'll quickly rejiggle it. What have we got here? Synthesizing room. Oh, this reminds me of a room in Next Generation. If you've seen the episode Data's Day, I forget which season of Next Generation it is, but there's a scene where Data and Worf are in this sort of a room, and they're like picking a wedding gift for Keiko's wedding to Chief O'Brien, and this looks very much like that room. I would imagine that's what they were inspired on from when they made this set. What have we got here? Oh, turbo lift. We don't need the turbo lift just yet. Classroom. Oh, are these going to come high res? There we go. Well, a little bit higher res anyway. Pick up keyboard. That actually does look quite a nice keyboard. I would work with that at my desk. It's sort of like a full panel display version of my Steam Deck. Just thinking, Chrissy, when you were mentioning about the Stream Decks earlier on, there is an option if you don't want to buy the hardware, but maybe if you just want to see whether or not it's something that you would like. There is an app version that you can subscribe to, and you would use you have your mobile phone, like your iPhone or what have you, say on your desk, and then you can use that the same way as what I sort of use mine on. It does have like a subscription charge for the to use the app, but if you wanted to like test it on the cheap for like a month before like choosing to get actual physical hardware, give it a go. Have a look on the website. This is the showers. I keep forgetting that we turned our skin green, didn't we? Oh, what was that there? Oh, it's a weird reflection of this in the mirror over there. Yep, so this just looked like regular crew cabins. Of course, you've got, the little mini replicators. Well, they got beverage. Is that even good? It's like what they do in the is it your Starbucks or what have you? I don't like drinking coffee. It's horrible stuff. I've never had it for about 20 years. But I do like coffee flavoured things, as we were discussing yesterday when we were discussing cakes for the stream. Oh, no, you're forgetting you've got to press that button. I think these quarters are all going to be pretty much the same, because it looks like just, yeah, standard crew quarters. Coming soon on that one. Oh, what's that royalty? Oh, you're just nipping out for 20 minutes, no problem. We'll possibly still be honest. This stream's only going to be about an hour because there's not really that much more content I think that we can squeeze out of this particular game. But it's just, ooh. We've unleashed some kind of version of the, oh, what are they called in Doctor Who? My mind's gone completely blank as to what they're called. Cybermen, that's the word I'm thinking of. What's this dude doing? Mindless AI. So I wonder if we could go and get a gun now, and we can maybe fight those, because the music in the background is suggesting that Oh, we're on the brig. That was the brig was on the bottom level, wasn't it? Music suggesting that those funny little creatures are still out there. There must be you would think near the brig there would be an armory. Nope, doesn't look like it. And the armory was somewhere up on the top floors, but they're not really at armory. There we go. I'm not seeing anybody here. It did say shuttle bay, and there is a shuttle that we can actually get on board and fly outside. Speaking of which, let's go for a little fly around outside, but we'll see if there's anything in here first. Oh, that was just a bit out of a corridor. Press F to pilot. What's this? Right button to leave the shuttle bay. There we go. I rotate Cybermen, yeah, definitely. So yeah, this is like 100% reminiscent of the Next Generation sort of one of these that they were working on until Paramount stopped them, and also sort of crossed with the Stargate Network game, which I would highly recommend that you check out my 9-hour video walking around in that game. There is a slightly compacted 40-minute version as well if you're interested with a lot more detail in. Oh, I think we hit the starbase. Is there a... Oh, right, I'm trying to figure out what the controls are for this. So that's the Orville from the outside. A beautiful looking ship. You can see the station is venting atmosphere from where we accidentally shot it. Let's have a little pull back and have a look at the actual starbase as well, and if we can get it into frame, that is. I'm guessing by the change in the engine sound we've maybe hit the world boundary. That's the starbase. It looks like the upper section is rotating. Haven't they been talking about that for quite some time, Creeper? The space engineers coming to the Xbox. We need to sort of like refamiliarise ourselves with the controls and maybe just give it a go and have a bit mess around for a couple of hours on it. I tell you what, let's see now if we can get back into the Orville. The scales don't look right for the shuttle though, to be fair. Maybe it's control. Oh. Ah. Back it up, back it up. Ooh, that's enough to make you sick, isn't it? Right. Tiny taps on the keyboard. Nice and slowly. Oh, right mouse button to enter the thing there. Oh no, we've hit the wrong button again. Well, as I said, Cripper, from what I remember of it, the controls were like ludicrously complex. How do we get out of this? Ah, here we go. Now we've still got this combat feeling kind of music, which suggests to me that those Cybermen guys are still on the loose. But we'll keep exploring anyway. Oh, hang on, that's the turbo lift. We don't want to go in there just yet. So yeah, that was to the shuttle bay. Oh, an armory. I think what, we're not going to risk going to the armory because we'll end up having to restart the game again. So up some stairs. These sort of wide, empty sort of spaces as well. There were some sets on the Next Generation which had this exact same sort of like randomly wide section of corridor. Open that. So I assume this is going to be the shuttle bay control room. We can close the bay doors. Load new shuttle if there is one. Let's just open the doors again. Let's see if we can do anything with this button. Alright, so that just puts an extra dump one there. I thought it might be made had like some sort of animation or something. Why would you need a biomed sort of like readout in the shuttle bay? Right, let's carry on with the rest of this walk around here. So there's nothing else on this particular area of the floor. That room's locked. Oh, is that the one with the space program game Creeper? We've got to get because I keep on. If it is, that's the. I keep looking at it, but it's just so expensive. Oh, hang on, we've been on that deck, haven't we? Right, sick bay Mesco. Yeah, the space program one. Yeah, because I've always wanted to play because it looks loads of fun, but it's for the game of its like age. I think it's like ludicrously expensive. So I've got to get this is the captain's quarters. So he gets 2 floors for his quarters. Have a rubber around here. Not much in his quarters though. Ooh. Armory. How do you open this? Not to pick up. What does that mean? Here we go. You just wandered past that telephone. In your own time. Ooh, they're twitching. Right. What we're going to do is we'll end the game back to the main menu, and then we'll just go back into the game and walk back to the bridge. I think that'll be my best bet. I don't know, I'll be honest, I don't actually know Creeper if you can actually really class it as a game as such. Where were we going? Sick bay and mess hall. Let's have a look up here. It's very sort of bare bones. I mean, it is great walking around this place and having a look, because it does look visually beautiful what they've created, but other than walking around, there is very little to do here. I mean, you saw how glitchy that last bit was there. A little bit of combat they've sprinkled in. This is medical storage. You think it would all be packed away a little bit more securely. Right, so what did we have here? So that was the captain's quarters that we were just in before. We'll venture up those steps in 2 minutes. Science lab. Oh, we came in here before, didn't we? Anything through here? Actually, this must follow back round that. Alright, this is where we started off when we spawned in before. So in the mess hall. There's more little synthesizers there. But we're going to head up to the bridge if we can. Alright, that corridor just nips around there. Science labs. Oh, no, we're going to use the panels, haven't we? So this will be another one of the main cast's quarters. But I cannot remember the names. Oh yeah, you have to have a look online whilst we're on the stream here, Creeper, to see if there is one. If there is, then that's what we'll be doing in a future stream. But here, oh, we've been in that science lab, and that's the top of those stairs that we were on before. Right, so we'll go back up this little... Oh, there it is, we'll run straight past it. Because these little steps go back up to the bridge level. That was one of the main casts as well, but I cannot remember his name at all. So here's the captain's office. Mr. Generic Character. They all seem to look exactly the same, these ones, don't they? So we can't get through there. That was the captain's... That was the armory. Ready room. And the storage was locked. So that means the last room we have to explore is the bridge. Which is here. We'll just wait for the higher resolution textures to load on the panels. So I'd imagine there's going to be lots to interact with here. I know that we have the helm that we can play around with. There's nothing on here. Oh, there is a knitting simulator. They need to do like a knitting one, like similar memories to that surgeon simulator thing that was popular quite a few years ago now. I think it must be when I last played that. Here's the captain, the first officer's seats. What does this do? Day shift light, nighttime night. Well, let's see what happens. So that's day shift night. Dim the lights for nighttime, although you're in space, so really time is, I suppose, relative, isn't it? Now, does this turn off the entire ship or just the bridge? Ooh, it turns off the entire ship. Well, let's go to emergency lighting and see what that looks like. Now this is cool lighting. Let's try all the different alerts. So these like security cam photos as well, so you can see what the rest of the ship looks like in this. So there's my red alert. You know, this reminds me, do any of you guys watch like Red Dwarf, like back in its prime in the 90s, shall we say? Because I haven't seen any of the new Dave ones, unfortunately, because I just completely forgot that they were there. But there was one of the episodes where like Rimmer says to go to red alert, and he's like, "Are you sure you want to go to red alert? It does mean changing the bulb." It's normal condition. What was it? Oh, it was powered down. Alright, so it's powered back up now anyway. Was there any other consoles other than the helm that we can interact with? what was it? Party mode. Yeah, we have to press this button. Disco time on the bridge. Welcome back, Royalty. We have explored virtually the entire ship, and we are now on the bridge having in party mode, as you can see. Let's see if we can turn off party mode there. Oh, we might be stuck in party mode. Hang on. There we go. The ship's been restored back to normal operations there. Oh, what's that on there, Creeper? Knitting pattern based on your code. Yeah, have a look at that there. Because I suppose the very first like original programming didn't, I suppose, technically come from patterns, because it was the looms with punch cards. So you know you had all the punch cards that would control, you know, whether or not the the pin, the needle was like up or down, so that when it passed the next one through, you know, eventually it would, you know, you could form a picture from the from it, depending on, because basically just like a binary system, you know, one or zero. Is there a hole or isn't there a hole? It's whether or not the you know, the needle would be in the lower position for, you know, the little shuttle thing to go back and forth. That's how you can do very fast, very detailed, you know, like fabric production. Yep, knitting for nerds. Anyway, let's get to the main console here. So this one here allows us to jump to a different state, like space area. So we would leave the space dock here, which still looks awesome as the head slowly spins around. So what we will do is we'll have a little fly around here first. So you press F to go in there. They've been released from the dock. I'm not sure how to get another view. Alright, C. C gives us a different view. And we have like a fixed, slightly off-center view of the Orville as it zooms around. Let's see if we can make people sick. I love the way the light is changing on it though. Let's have a little look now if we hop out of here. Ooh, that looks weird. How do we get out of this? F. There we go. What we'll do now is we will warp, or whatever the equivalent is in this this show. Oh, wrong button. Let's sit back down again. Where should we go? So we're at the space docks at the moment. We can go to an asteroid field. I assume that's the Sun, Mercury, Venus, Mars, Saturn, a black hole, the Moon. I'm not sure what that is. I assume that's a location in the game, or an unexplored sector. Where would you all like to? Where would you like the screensaver to be changed? Put the top there. The Void, an asteroid field. You know, you've got like Mars, Mercury, Venus, Saturn, a black hole, the Moon. Anywhere in particular? The black hole, Royalty. Here we go. Setting a course for the black hole. This involves changing the screensaver. Put it on screensaver 6. Here we go. And here we are at the black hole. Does look awesome, this though, doesn't it? How do we get out of this chair again? F, that's it, yeah. That's as much of it as we can see out the window there. Let's sit now in the Navigators Chair. No, it doesn't look like it's actually letting us move. I don't think we can go in, Creeper. I can twist here, but there's no response from the engines to moving forward here. Ooh, that went a bit weird. Nope, I don't think we can do anything. I think it's I think you're just fixed in this one spot. Let's step out of there, and we might as well have a look at some other locations before we end today. I'd say we'll just start from the bottom there. Oops. No, press the other button. Let's go. Let's just go to the unexplored sector and see what happens. Here we go. And while we're travelling... Thank you for joining me today. If you are enjoying our journey and would like to see more, then please rate, comment, favourite and subscribe in whichever manner your chosen platform allows. If you are joining us on Twitch, Mixer or YouTube, where we have loads more for you to watch, from our live streams to all our episodes across our various series. You can also drop by and say hi over on Discord, where we chat about everything from Minecraft to books and movies to tabletop games. But most importantly, thank you very much for watching and have a lovely day. Still, whilst we're going here, don't forget as well to check out my friends' channels there, Creeper and Chrissy. Their links are scattered all around on whichever platform you happen to be watching on. This actually does look very pretty as well, doesn't it? Just wait for us to park in orbit.
Oh well, would you look at that? Looks like we've encountered a Kalon cruiser. Okay, now what you've got to do, right? You've got to take out the 10 pylons that surround the cruiser, right? Now when you've done that, you'll make its shield generator vulnerable to attack. When you shoot at the shield generator and take it down, you can blow up the ship, right? But you've got to do it in that order. You've got to take out the 10 pylons, then you take out the shield, then you take down the ship. It's really simple, right? You got it sorted.
Is everyone paying attention to that? What's that, Focus? Do you want one of those? Do you want one of those little cards as well? You'll have to, for today, you'll have to manually put your link in the stream. If it'll let you, that is. I'm not sure if it'll actually allow you to put a link in the stream. Where is that? Oh, there it is. Let's just do the old collision course thing, eh?
Get in! Alright, 9 left.
Ooh. What did we say it was? Was it C to go outside? Yeah. But we get this funny little sideways view. It does look really cool with the lighting on that, doesn't it, though? Can we go any faster? So whatever that thing is, it must be behind us. Anyone spot it? There it is.
Two down, 3 down, and 7 remain. Come on.
Come on.
6 pylons remain. Way halfway. Good lad, good lad. 5 left. 6 down, 4 to go. 3 pylons left. This is a cakewalk.
Ah, come on, come on. Spin around.
Oh, that was stonking, that. Right, 2 left. 1 pylon left. You, sir, are a legend.
Very sluggish to move around here. I don't know if I've missed a control or something like that, maybe. Spinning around. There we go. Poor people on this planet.
Get the shield, come on.
Getting constantly bombarded, they are.
Hey, you did it! Ah, here's to the finest marksman in the Planetary Union fleet. And also pilot, because you do both.
So that's all there appears to be in this sector. So we might as well, for completion's sake. So that was the unexplored bit. Let's go to the moon. Quickly, actually, let's run through here and see what. I was gonna just checking to make sure that we could actually see you sideways. Takes a kind of long while for them to load up the new screensaver on this ship, don't you think? Here we go. So there's the moon. Parked up outside the moon. And what we'll do now is, I don't know what that is, but we will. There's only a few locations, so we might as well have a quick go to them, and at least we can say we've been there. Could almost use that in one of my intros, like when I do the Stargate, couldn't you? Might have to get a recording of this. Ooh. Let's have a little. Oh, we're going to get parked up in it. That looks really cool, doesn't it? But the ultimate question: how much damage will it do if we fly into those asteroids, or will it not let us? Oh, no, they're out of phase of our reality. We can pass straight through them. So I think there's only a couple more places left to visit, isn't there? Yeah, we've done that, so we've done the black hole. So we'll go to Saturn next. Ooh. But we're going to go to Saturn in party mode. So, Rota, you like the normal blue Stargate? I'm getting some odd emails coming through. I wonder if there's an issue with YouTube on my screen, on my stream. Yes, so again, we're getting some odd emails suggesting that there is some kind of a claim on my videos. Claim status false. Is this the new way that they spam you now? Because we had that problem the other day with Portal. I got an email from YouTube saying that, they didn't send me a message to say that there was a copyright claim against my Portal video, but they did send me an email saying that the claim had been removed. But no explanation, no like telling me like exactly which point in the video got claimed. I assume it's because of the background music in the game, which is always what's the bit of a dodgy one. But I do have the music turned down on this, but it's just getting 2 emails straight off there in the middle of the stream saying that there's some sort of claim against this. But I'll investigate that when we finish the stream. For now, let's have a look out the window. This is Saturn. Let's see, what was next on the list of places to visit? Mars. I'd love to go to Mars. We spin around. We're still in party mode. Actually, let's where was it? Power down. So we turn the ship off and it's still going. Day shift lighting. Let's go. I think that might make a really nice effect. Because I'm still working on my final cosmic episode, but it's got like this. The one I've got planned has got like this really like irritating animated section that's just taking like stupid amount of times to make. But that effect might be nice in the background of a couple of the shots. So here we are parked up with the Mars screensaver turned on. Where's next? Venus. And what have we got there? So we're going to go to Venus, then we've got Mercury, Sol, the asteroid field, and the void, because we've already been to the Union space docks. That's where we started. What's that, Chrissy? Party time. All right. Does it do anything to the rest of the ship? Oh, it does. We have a disco ship now. You know that this is the sort of thing that was really going on the Enterprise when Picard went to bed. Oh, let's go to the mess hall. The mess hall was down here, wasn't it? So disco in the mess hall. Let's take a seat here. We're stuck in the chair. Yep. We are stuck in the chair on the party ship. We're still in the city position, and we're facing the opposite direction. Let's see if we can change chairs. Nope. Alright, so what we're going to do now is we're going to go back to the main menu. Yep. Single player. And let's see, we were at... That was Venus. So we will jump load it into Mercury. And then we'll get up to the bridge as quickly as we can. Which shouldn't be too much trouble. I think this is the top. Oh, yeah, there's the bridge. There we go, so that's the Mercury screensaver. And where was next? So, heading to the sun. Oops, I thought I clicked on it there. On the party ship. Technically it would be quicker to load the game with it on, but there's no guarantee that we would appear, like spawn in, on the upper decks. Here we go. Ooh, look at the reflections on the ship there. Has anyone seen the movie Sunshine? A brilliant science fiction movie. I just thought of that when looking at this. I mean, look at that up there that you can see. Little flares coming out. This is a good screensaver. On the party ship. That leaves us with the asteroid field and the void to explore. Oh, backflip. Shame these screensavers didn't take a didn't load up a little bit quicker. See, there's nothing else in any of these panels that we can play with whilst we wait. We can see the rest of the ship is in party mode. Ooh, here we go. Now that's a really nice view, isn't it? The sun coming through the asteroids, and we're still moving forward at quite a pace here as well. Okay, so that's the asteroid screensaver. Have a look out the upper window. So we have one more place, and then we can say we've visited everywhere that this game has to offer. At least in its present state, anyway. So let's slowly to the next one. Oh, what's that there? Yeah, they need more Pi computers on here. I would imagine on the sets they probably use the tiny little Pi computers. I've got one of those I use for for some experiments, and that's sort of like a tiny little controller like that could, you know, just fit into like tiny awkward spaces, and you could use to control like elements on the sets. You know, especially things like these sorts of consoles and stuff could then all be controlled like through them. So I wouldn't imagine, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if they did have those sorts of things on sets when they make these TV shows. So there's the void. And that is the last stop on our tour. I don't think there's anything else that there is to explore. We've got across loads of the decks. Had a little bit of rummage around. But I think that's probably where we're going to leave it for our Sunday night. I don't know how, but we have managed to go for 1 hour and 5 minutes. Granted, 5 minutes of that was the time that we have the little 5-minute music on the beginning. So I hope you enjoyed that there. As I said, don't forget to go and check out my friends' channels there, Creeper and Chrissy, and Focus as well is somewhere in there. You can maybe click on his profile and find his link to his channel in the thing there. Don't forget as well to check out on Discord as well. There will be, if it has finished rendering on YouTube's end at 4K, there will be a Craftcast episode possibly going out at the end of the stream. In fact, before we end the stream, shall we have a quick look and see whether or not YouTube has finished loading it. I'm trying to think, where's my Chrome tab? It's up here. Right, let's bring that down here. YouTube Studio. I hate Studio. Right, let's see if YouTube has finished rendering it in 4K. It has. Okay. So what we'll do is now we will go in here and we will try and figure out how to make this video visible with this stupid interface. No, it's not meant for kids. Oh, hang on, here we go. Public. What's this thing? What's this here? So you can watch it live with your viewers at the same time. That seems overly complicated. Right, let's just save that. And you should get your Discord notification in a few seconds then, in theory. Is it going to come through? Anytime now. We've got some new notification here. Oh, apparently Cub fan streaming. Back to videos. Has it gone live yet? Hello everyone and welcome back for another episode of Craftcast. It must be alive and available now, so then that's your new Craftcast episode, which is available there. You'll be able to hop on over there after the stream. But I hope you enjoyed that there, so don't forget to rate, comment, favourite and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Thank you for joining me today. If you are enjoying our journey and would like to see more, then please rate, comment, favourite and subscribe in whichever manner your chosen platform allows. If you are joining us on Twitch, Mixer or YouTube, where we have loads more for you to watch, from our live streams to all our episodes across our various series. You can also drop by and say hi over on Discord, where we chat about everything from Minecraft to books and movies to tabletop games. But most importantly, thank you very much for watching and have a lovely day.